The night she left, she didn't even close the door. I remember waking up to the sound of the wind whistling through the hallway. At first I thought it was nothing. Perhaps one of the children had left a window open. But when I got up to check, I realized it wasn't the window. It was the front door swinging gently in the cold night air, and she was gone. Her name was Laura, my wife of 12 years, the mother of our 2 children. She had always been the quiet one, the kind of person who seemed content with family dinners, weekend trips to the coast, and cozy nights on the sofa. Or at least I thought she was. My best friend, Mark, had been in my life since I was 13. We'd gone to the same school, played football together, and even been each other's best man. He was like a brother to me. He came round often, sometimes to watch a match, sometimes just to talk. He and Laura got along well, or so I believed. Looking back, I can see the signs I missed. The way she'd laugh at his jokes a little too much. The times she'd stay in the kitchen with him while I was in the living room. The occasional messages on her phone that she quickly swiped away when I walked in. I told myself it was nothing. After all, she was my wife and he was my best friend. But trust has a cruel way of blinding you. It was a Thursday when my life changed. I came home from work to find dinner half-cooked on the hob, my children watching television in their pajamas, and Laura nowhere to be seen. Her clothes were gone. Her jewelry box was empty. And so was the drawer where we kept our passports. There was no note, no explanation, just absence. I tried calling her, no answer. I called Mark, his phone went straight to voicemail. Panic set in, but deep down I already knew. 2 days later I got an email. Just a few lines. Tom, I'm sorry. I've left with Mark. We're in France now. Please take care of the kids. I need a new life. Don't look for me. I read it over and over, my hands trembling. She hadn't just left me. She had abandoned our children. Our little boy Jacob was 8. Our daughter Sophie was 6. They didn't understand why Mummy wasn't coming back. Every night Sophie asked when she would return. Every night I told her the same thing. Not for a while, sweetheart. The weeks that followed were a blur. I went through the motions. Breakfast, school runs, work, bedtime stories. But inside I felt hollow. The betrayal cut deeper than I could put into words. It wasn't just losing my wife, it was losing my best friend. It was the realization that the 2 people I trusted most had built their happiness on the ruins of my life. Friends told me to be angry, but I couldn't even summon that at first. All I felt was exhaustion. I had to be strong for the kids. I had to make sure they never felt like they weren't enough. Months passed. I heard through someone we both knew that Laura and Mark had moved again, this time to Spain. They were starting over. I didn't reply to the message. I didn't want to know anymore. In time, I learned to stop asking why. There's no answer that could make sense of it. People leave not because you're not enough, but because they choose themselves over the promises they made. I rebuilt my life piece by piece. The children and I became a team. We cooked together, we laughed again, and slowly the house began to feel warm instead of empty. Sometimes when the kids are asleep, I still think about that night. The cold wind in the hallway, the open door. And I realize now it wasn't just the night she left. It was the night we were freed from someone who had already stopped loving us long before she walked away.